Guys, it is 5:02. I'm going to go ahead and call the regular meeting to order. We'll start with roll call, please.
Sean Borowitz. Kylie LaPlante.
Here.
Bridget Sorensen.
Here.
Isaac McKechnie.
Here.
Michael McCurchie.
Here.
Kimberly Hampton.
Here.
Rob McGrory.
Here.
Aaron Paymont.
Here.
Kimberly Lee.
Here.
Larry Barbeau.
Here.
Lana Cosley Smith.
Here.
Kimberly Gravel.
Here.
Austin Lowe's.
I'm here. All right, we have a quorum. So just a heads up for the audience, membership's knowledge, we're pulling a few resolutions from today's agenda just because they need a little bit more work. Those would include the compensation study resolutions and the last two, the nepotism and the constitutional convention one, along with key employees. Those are unneeded for today. So with that, we'll do agenda review. On today's agenda, we have invocation, membership participation, the approval of minutes from 10/22 of 24, and the following resolutions. Coastal Marsh Restoration, establish FY25 budget. GLRI, Wolf, establish FY25 budget. GLRI, Lake Whitefish Rearing, establish FY25 budget. GLRI, Lake Whitefish Experimental Rearing, establish FY25 budget. Aquatic Invasive Species, establish FY25 budget. Natural Resources Administration, FY24 budget modification. We have State Small Business Credit Initiative, establish FY24 budget. We have Expanding Regional EVSE Access with Tribal Nations Project. We have Benefits Package, Key Executive and Attorney Positions. We have Approve Interagency Agreement Housing for Utility Authority, ARPA funding. We have USD HUD FY24 Continuum of Care Builds Grant Application. We have Amending Bylaws Housing Authority Commission. We have Waiver of Immunity. And finally, under New Business, we have Committee Appointments / Resignations and Board Concerns if there are any. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Support.
All right, motion by Isaac, support by Tyler. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in support signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion carries and the agenda is adopted. Before we get to the items, I would like us to stand for a moment of silence for Grass Shipman. I was informed that he passed away. So let's stand for a moment of silence, please. Miigwech. Next item is invocation with traditional medicine.
I was scared. I thought maybe she got really mad at me. I thought maybe her anger came back. Just kidding. Scared me. Hold it. I'll hold it.
Okay.
Go ahead. As I haven't been here for a little while, I kind of missed you. And the other day I seen Austin, and I didn't recognize him because he was in camouflage. The other morning I seen him. But those are the things that within the perimeters of visiting. I was over in the UK. And I got to do a lot of firsts that I've never did with my kids, and one of my baby's 17 years old, and it's funny, I emceed powwows for decades in North America, and I sang with my boys, and I arranged and directed powwows and everything, but a couple weeks ago I had a chance to dance with my daughter and dance to my son singing over in the UK at an international music festival. And I ran into some people from from the Wales community. That's where I was in Wales. And the Welsh people, there was elders over there in their late 70s, early 80s, and they all went to prison. There was 8 of them that went to prison for speaking the Welsh language. That was in the 1960s. They were imprisoned by the peoples of London. And so the Wales community, country competed at the World Cup of Soccer as an independent nation 2 years ago. And their national anthem was the song that those elders went to prison for in the 1960s. That they adopted that song. And then when they wanted to do the inauguration in Wales with King Edward and King Charles and the Princess of Wales back in the 1700s, 2024, they told them no. A small community. 1960s, less than 10% of the people spoke Welsh. In 2024, over 90% of the people speak Welsh. Everything in their language posted, stop signs, washrooms, toilet paper, stores, is big letters in Welsh language. And underneath, the fonts are real small in English. When people go to reside in Wales, it's mandatory for them to take, and it's after tax deduction, that the people going to move into Wales has to take a year of Welsh language, or their taxes go higher. I just wanted to share that with us because we struggle with Anishinaabe, and it was so nice to see that. But it's really nice to see leadership hunting. Or maybe he was poaching, I don't know. Call it whatever you want, he was doing something with it. But I wanted to share that with us about the standing of silence for the Ogichadawi, the Braves and the Warriors, November the 11th. To those ones, to the mothers and the grandmothers that were waiting in the ports of the veterans coming back from the war and never making it. A lot of our grandmas and a lot of our mothers, they mourned the loss of a son or a daughter who gave it all for the things that we enjoy today. And I'm always reminded about that day, Ogichadan and Nagijgat, about how brave it was, not only just in the world wars, but hundreds and hundreds of years ago. That we had that same war protector society in our communities. And they were very vigilant in keeping what was ours. And that goes all the way back, November 11th, to me, that goes all the way back another couple hundred years in that protection for the children and the women and the grandmas through the men when we were healthy and when we were strong. So I just wanted to share that as an opening. Sometimes we abandon something so old for something new. But it's a careful reminder of what's going on outside. Not only is it raining, it's pouring in a lot of communities. Senator St. Clair, he passed over yesterday. The Truth and Reconciliation for residential schools across Canada. And I had a chance when I was in my 20s to fast with him over in what they call St. Charles. And we all have that. We all have those ones that ventured off. That's why we have those ghost feasts. That's why we have those ghost dance. One of the protocols that I was raised around ghost feasts and ghost dances is done in the dark. because spirit is not looking for something that shines. So that's why we dull up and we cover everything. And that's part of the reasons why we darken the windows and the curtains in the mirrors around when somebody passes over, is because spirit is looking for shine. Way yo yo, way yo, way yo. Ne ya ya ne geçi da ne ya ne maga ne ge ya. Mishkun ne gam ne ge ya. Kene ya ne ni bwe ge ya ne. Mishko ya ne gam we ge ne mom ne ga ne getche ge ya. Getche ge ga nunda ne ya. Migwet ya ne ga ga minge ya ne. O getche da ne wa me ne migwet ya ne gimingo ne ya. We get yon and nunda negeya. We get yon again, Mishkun gum negeya. Mishkun yon and a gum negeya. Nibwege gum bingo negeya. Kene yon gimingo neya. Kene yon gimingo neya. Migwachane mamendale nungoyane kimindage ya. Migwachane ganundanem nungoyane yane giminege ya. Migwachkini gaga winigi mingoyan nungo is like for everything that everybody's given right up to the moment that we stand strong. Mishkunin and Gobwige Ayakek, Momagek and Ishnabek, they made us to stand strong together. And Miigwech.
Appreciate it, Gerard. One last housekeeping item. You guys haven't voted. Get your butts and vote. Doesn't matter who you guys vote for. The polls, I believe, close at 7 or 8, so do that for us. Appreciate it. Okay, next item that we have is membership participation. So tribal members are afforded the right to address their board, and this is your opportunity to do so. If you want to discuss anything with us, Michelle Moore is right there. She has membership participation forms. If you guys do want to discuss things with us, we have the option to move things into closed, and if topics are controversial, we typically do that to just avoid a dumpster fire when you guys talk to us. You got a 5-minute max just because we have a lot of items to get through. And if you need more than 5 minutes, then this possibly isn't the right avenue to discuss things with us. So with that, I have one right now.
Oh, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Just as a reminder, the policy for membership input was approved by the Tribal Board of Directors.
Yeah, it's not me being a stickler, guys. So, all right, Dean Heislop, you want to come up?
Hi guys, how you doing tonight? I've been representing the tribe in fishing since 1983. We've always had this interruption with the state with our last day of the season, which is November 6th. And it's been at noon. You know, it's so hard for any of us fishermen to justify to set a different amount of nets that we're used to setting every day so we can be in by noon because of this law. I would like to ask, I know you usually got to go through conservation, but I just wanted to bring it up tonight to you guys. I'd like to see something get rolled up to where we can get that legally changed to at least dark on the 6th. so we can fulfill our day. That's our most important day of the year, and none of us, like myself, even do it anymore because we can't be in by noon. There's no way we can justify to be in by noon with a good set. I've been getting 1,700 pounds a day to 2,200 pounds a day, and I can't be in by noon. And I hate losing out on that money. And I'd just like to see that get extended to at least dark on the 6th, or if they get a switch to the 5th, I don't care, but at least give us our full day, the noon. And I've never heard anybody ever in my lifetime of fishing ever say anything to the board in 30, 40 years, ever. No, nobody ever mentioned it. But it's really discouraging to me, especially the way the winds are nowadays. We got out about 7, 8 days this month because of the winds. And also, years back, we used to get pushed by the Conservation Department to the board about when we had years like this, we could get extended seasons as long as we asked for it earlier in the season. Like when we were starting to have the high winds in October, right away, September, late September, we're only making 8 days a month. All our fish reports show what we caught for the whole tribe. We're way under our budget. We ain't even catch 1/3 of what we used to catch back in the days. And it's the reason why is because of the wind. We should be eligible for extended season, but nobody's going after it. And I would like to see it going after it, please. And another thing I want to mention to you, I've been mentioning to you forever, about our tribal COVID money. You know, you guys give the subsistence fishermen $1,500 just for signing their name and having a subsistence fishing license. I'm a commercial fisherman and I never got one dime, not even 10 cents, and neither did any of the other fishermen, because supposedly we didn't pass the stipulations how you guys had it wrote up for us. That's not very right. This whole tribe started from fishing. It didn't start from casinos. It didn't start from Billy the Kid. It started from tribal fisheries. Big Abe LeBlanc started the Indians, the fishing. And it's terrible to treat us like that. And I've been here numerous times. I've never once got response from none of you guys afterwards, except thanks, Dean. That's it. Never, we'll look into it for you. We'll see, whatever. I don't want to push this issue to Lansing or Washington. I really don't, but if I have to, I'm gonna. Because it's not right.
Okay, Dean, I appreciate it. So you will get a call tomorrow from me directly, and I'll answer all these questions. We need to have a conversation. We can have it, okay? I appreciate it. All right, so I'm not seeing other membership forms, so we can move on to the next item, which would be the approval of minutes. So I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes from 10/22/24. So we have a motion by Isaac. Is there a second? All right, support by Rob. Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, all those in support signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? All right, motion carries. That brings us to resolutions. The first one is Coastal Marsh Restoration Establish FY25 budget.
Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby approves the establishment of a FY 2025 budget for GLRI Coastal Marsh Restoration with federal BIA revenue monies of $85,000, no effect on tribal support.
Okay, motion by Isaac, support by Kim. Dr. Clark, could you cover this first, please?
Right. So this resolution will allow us to use the BIA Great Lakes Restoration Initiative funding to work with Axiom Data Sciences to develop a tribal-led and tribal-managed data portal. This will allow the wildlife program and division as a whole to more effectively collaborate with partnering agencies on coastal marsh restoration along the St. Mary's River.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Rob,
Yes.
Kimberly Hampton,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Kimberly Lee,
Yes.
Lana. Yes. Isaac.
Yes.
Sean.
Yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
Larry.
Yes.
Bridget.
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
Kimberly Gravel.
Yes.
All right, motion carries. The next resolution is GLRI Wolf Establish FY25 Budget.
Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby approves the establishment of a FY 2025 budget for GLRI Wolf with federal BIA revenue monies of $350,922.90. No effect on tribal support.
Motion by Isaac, support by Kim. Could you cover this as well?
All right. So this resolution creates a budget for year 2 of a 3-year project, working with hemiboreal ecosystems here in the eastern and upper peninsula of Michigan, focusing on wolves and then low-lying conifer stands or cedar swamps.
All right, thank you. Okay, any questions, comments from the board? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Lana.
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
Kimberly Lee.
Yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
Larry.
Yes.
Kimberly Hampton.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yep.
Bridget.
Yes.
Isaac.
Yes.
Sean.
Yes.
Rob.
Yes.
Kimberly Gravel.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. The next resolution is GLRI Lake Whitefish Rearing Establish FY25 Budget.
Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby approves the establishment of a FY 2025 budget for GLRI Lake Whitefish Rearing with federal BIA revenue monies of $8,123.25. No effect on tribal support.
Motion by Isaac, support by Kim. Jack, I assume you're covering this? All right, take it away, sir.
These are carry forward funds from a request for funding from 2022. This is about the last 4% of this grant we like to spend to continue work on our Lake Whitefish initiative.
Thanks, Jack. Any questions, comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in support signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion carries. Thank you. The next resolution is GLRI Lake Whitefish Experimental Rearing Establish FY25 Budget.
Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby approves the establishment of a FY25 budget for GLRI Lake Whitefish Experimental Rearing with federal BIA revenue monies of $14,664.35. No effect on tribal support.
Motion by Isaac, support by Kim. Jack, could you cover this as well?
Absolutely. This is very similar to the last resolution. This is from 2021. This is about the last 8% or so of these funds. And this will allow us to close out this cost center and write our report for our funding agency.
Thank you. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none, all those in support signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion carries. The next resolution is Aquatic Invasive Species Establish FY25 Budget.
Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby approves the establishment of a FY 2025 budget for aquatic invasive species with federal U.S. Fish and Wildlife revenue monies of $98,737.35. No effect on tribal support.
Motion by Isaac, support by Kim. Jack?
These are U.S. Fish and Wildlife funds. This grant will help support our aquatic invasive species work. Most of this will fund an assistant fisheries biologist who will specialize in that type of thing with us.
Thank you. Questions or comments from the board? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Aaron.
Yes.
Kimberly Lee.
Yes.
Rob.
Yes.
Lana.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Michael. Bridget. Kimberly Hampton.
Yes.
Isaac.
Yes.
Larry.
Yes.
Sean.
Yes.
Kimberly Gravel.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Thanks, Jack. Next resolution is Natural Resources Administration FY24 Budget Modification.
Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby approves FY 2024 budget modification to Natural Resource Division Administration budget for a decrease in tribal support of $23,043.01.
Motion by Isaac, support by Rob. Dr. Clark, could you cover this, please?
So this budget modification will address current spending on division staffing, space, travel, and supplies, and the majority of the decrease, it was enabled by ARPA funding and ARPA compliant purchases of supplies in lieu of tribal support.
Okay, thank you. Any board discussion? Hearing none, all those in support signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion carries. Thank you, appreciate it. The next resolution is State Small Business Credit Initiative Establish FY24 Budget.
Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby approves the establishment of a FY 2024 budget for State Small Business Credit Initiative.
Okay, motion by Isaac, support by Kim. Danny?
Yes, this resolution is requesting authorization to establish the budget for the SSBCI program, State Small Business Credit Initiative. We received the first tranche of money. This budget will accept the funds received from Treasury and the interest, and also pay the company we had managing those funds.
Okay, thank you, Danny. Board discussion, start with Lana.
Yeah, Dan, how are you going to advertise this to the membership?
Well, the mediums we're going to use is probably Thrive Facebook. When we launch, probably the beginning of 2025 when it's available. Sioux Tribe News, Sioux Tribe Thrive Facebook page and website. But there will be specific that because the program will be administered by the banks primarily. They'll be the front face of the program. So, a tribal member would go into the bank, request a loan. If they needed a portion of these funds for a down payment, then they would vet that loan for its viability, and if they approved that loan, it would go to Development Capital Networks. They've managed this for states. This is a new program for tribes. It was for states prior to this. So, online and print.
So 2025, so you'll have the contact numbers and the contacts at the bank put out there so that because I know that we're not administering it, because I was under the assumption we were, but since the banks are handling it, we'll have the names and numbers of the banks that are included in this.
We will have the information of the participating banks, yes.
All right, thank you, Dan.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, roll call, please.
Isaac.
Yes.
Lana.
Yes.
Kimberly Lee.
Yes.
Sean.
Yes.
Kimberly Gravel.
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
Kimberly Hampton.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Bridget.
Yes.
Rob.
Yes.
Larry.
Yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you very much.
The next resolution is expanding regional EVSE access with tribal nations project.
Now therefore be it resolved that the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians Board of Directors hereby approves a public-private partnership with Electric Nation 2.0 project partners to explore the potential for EV charging infrastructure to support tribal priorities, support engagement and outreach as desired by tribal government participants, and site and install a level 2 EV charger if a site is identified, appropriate, desirable, and aligned with tribal goals. Be it finally resolved that the Board of Directors of the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians hereby authorize the tribal chairman or his designee to negotiate, execute, and amend any documents resulting therefrom on the tribe's behalf on a public-private partnership agreement between the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians and Electric Nation 2.0. Motion.
Okay, motion made by Tyler, support by Rob. Wendy, could you fill us in on this resolution, please?
Yes, Wendy Hoffman, Transportation Planner. This resolution is asking to move forward with a partnership with Electric Nation. That was just, the overview was provided with the resolution. Originally, the Electric Nation, we were a partner with their U.S. Department of Energy application, and what this will do, it will provide not just transportation, but the casino, EDC, housing and health, all of our internal services, the opportunity to plan and identify locations and needs for electric vehicles. And at the end of that, we will get to electric charging stations.
Okay, thank you, Wendy. Any discussion from the board? Hearing none, all those in support signify by saying aye.
All right.
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion carries. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you.
The next resolution is benefit package, key executive and attorney positions.
Any objection to waiving the reading?
So this one's lengthy. Are there any objections to waiving the reading? Hearing no objections, looking for a motion? Motion by Isaac, support by Tyler. Christine, could you cover this for the membership, please?
I certainly can. What this resolution is going to do, and I had just completed a package for the board, as you know, that I had attached an RAS and the benefit and eligibility sheet, and I just rewrote it just so from our discussion on agenda review, because it was a little confusing as to the differences between the different companies of governmental, EDC, and casino. So all I changed was the vacation and sick time, instead of specifying what amount of days that exist, that it will be as specified by the individual benefit sheets. And so that would, I think, answer everybody's questions, because we have different benefits throughout that. And so that's the only change I made. What this benefit sheet will do is that we all have different introductory periods and different days for vacation and sick. And this benefit sheet for key employees, executives, and attorneys sets a parameter that we're going to upfront the accrual of 10 days vacation days and 5 days sick. So they won't get more than their benefit sheets from the very beginning. So if they only get 20, they're still only going to get 20. It just upfronts time so that our key employees, executives and attorneys can take time off without having to go through the introductory period as specified by the eligibility sheet. So it just tries to assist in recruitment so that when we do hire someone in, that we are giving them time to be able to take off.
Okay, thank you, Christine. Any discussion from the board? Bridget?
Just a question. When we say key employees and executives, isn't there only one position that wouldn't be an executive and key employee?
With the revision of the key employee list, we do have one executive that's not covered under key employee.
Okay, so just one. Okay, thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Kimberly Hampton.
Yes.
Kimberly Gravel.
Yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
Michael.
No.
Rob.
No.
Lana.
No.
Isaac.
Yes.
Kimberly Lee.
Yes.
Bridget.
Yes.
Sean. Tyler.
Yes.
Sorry. Larry.
Yes.
9 yes, 3 no. Or,
Okay.
yeah, 9.
Motion carries. Thank you, Christine. All right, the next resolution is approve interagency agreement housing for utility authority, ARPA funding.
Now therefore be it resolved that the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians Board of Directors hereby approves an interagency agreement with Sioux Tribe Housing Authority for $1,759,215.57 utilizing ARPA funding from Resolution 2024-179. Be it further resolved, the Board of Directors hereby authorizes the chairman or his designee to execute any and all documents for interagency agreement.
Okay, motion by Isaac, support by Tyler. Joni?
Good evening. What this resolution will do is it will authorize an interagency agreement between the Housing Authority and the tribe for CapEx projects that are needed for the utility authority that are being funded by ARPA. This will impact our Wetmore, our Hessel, and our Manistee housing sites. Excuse me.
Okay, thank you, Joni. Any questions, comments from the board? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Rob,
Yes.
Kimberly Hampton,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yep, yes.
Kimberly Lee,
Yes.
Lana,
Yes.
Isaac,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Larry,
Yes.
Bridget, Michael,
Yes.
Kimberly Gravel.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you. The next resolution is USD HUD FY24 Continuum of Care Builds Grant Application.
Now therefore be it resolved, the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians Board of Directors hereby authorizes and directs the Sioux Tribe Housing Authority Director or its duly authorized representative to develop and submit an online application requesting up to $9,500,000 for the FY 2024 Continuum of Care builds. Be it further resolved that the Sioux Tribe of Chippewa Indians Board of Directors hereby authorizes and approves the tribal chairman or their designee to accept the FY 2024 Continuum of Care Builds Grant if it is awarded and execute such documents and agreements as may be necessary to further this purpose.
Motion.
Okay, motion by Isaac, support by Bridget. Joni?
Yep, good evening again. So this is a $9.5 million grant through the Continuum of Care Builds. And if we're awarded this, this is a vital piece of the funding that we'll need for permanent supportive housing. So this is just one piece of that funding.
Thank you, Joni. Any board discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Lana,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Kimberly Lee,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Larry,
Yes.
Kimberly Hampton,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Bridget,
Yes.
Isaac,
Yes.
Sean,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
and Kimberly Gravel.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. The next resolution is amending bylaws Housing Authority Commission.
Now therefore be it resolved that the Sault Ste. Marie Tribe of Chippewa Indians Board of Directors hereby approves the amendment to the bylaws as presented.
Motion. Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Isaac and support by Aaron. Joni?
Good evening. So what this will do is this will open up a seat on the Housing Commission for an at-large member.
All right, very good. Excited about that. Any discussion from the board? Aaron?
Just that the previous provision for filling it, if there's a long period of time where it's vacant, will revert so that people from other units can put their name in, so.
That's correct. If it's open for more than 6 months, then anyone is eligible.
Okay, Lana?
Yeah, Joni, this went through your commission first, didn't it?
Yes,
You guys,
it did.
this is a recommendation from you guys?
Yes, it's in compliance with the resolution that was passed by the board earlier this year.
Okay. And then it's increasing a member, not taking any away, just increasing one more member on the commission?
No, we'll just have one at large. We'll still have a 7-member commission.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? Hearing none. All those in support signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the last resolution that we have on tonight is waiver of immunity, Ameren.
Any objection to waiving the reading?
Motion.
Are there any objections to waiving the reading? Hearing none, we have a motion from Isaac
Support.
and support from Tyler. Josh, Danny?
Good evening. This resolution is seeking a waiver of sovereign immunity for the tribe to consent to jurisdiction in the state of Ohio for both Dimwadding and Sawyer Village to enter into an agreement with Ameren, which offers an online manager for them to manage their rental properties.
Anything to add to that, Danny?
Yeah, specifically what this is part of many steps to bring the Dimwadding and Sawyer Village process completely online. This piece is an income verification software, meaning we're doing paper verifications now. This company has arrangements with all the local banks, well, many banks across the nation. Someone gives an income verification, this goes into the bank, verifies that income is coming in and so forth, and it automates the process.
Okay, appreciate it, Danny. Isaac?
Is this in the cloud, Danny?
This is a cloud-based software. yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, roll call, please.
Kimberly Gravel.
Yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
Sean.
Yes.
Larry.
Yes.
Rob.
Yes.
Isaac.
Yes.
Lana.
Yes.
Kimberly Hampton.
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yeah, yes.
Bridget.
Yes.
Kimberly Lee.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
That moves us to new business, and under that, we have committee appointments / resignations. So in your board packet, there are 3 groups of paperwork. So we'll start with the first one. So I'd like to entertain a motion to appoint Patsy Johnson to the Unit 2 Elder Committee in Nobbinway. Motion by Isaac, support by Lana. Any discussion here? Hearing none, those in support signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion carries. I would now like to entertain a motion to accept the resignation of Tess Brazow from the Unit 4 Escanaba and Elder Advisory Committee. Motion by Isaac. Support by, who said that? Kim Hampton?
Hampton.
Okay, any board discussion here? Okay, hearing none, those in support signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion carries. Now I'd like to entertain a motion to appoint Jessica Dunback to the Special Needs / Enrollment Committee. Motion by Isaac, support by Rob. Any discussion here? Hearing none, those in support signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion
I
carries. Okay.
Who was that abstained? Lana?
Lana.
Okay, motion carries. I would now like to entertain a motion to appoint David Lockhart to the Food Sovereignty Committee. Motion by Isaac, support by Kim. Any discussion? Hearing none, those in support signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion carries. And that brings us to our last committee / commission, which is the Election Commission. So I'd like to entertain a motion to appoint Letitia Willett to the Election Commission.
Are you sending me a note? Support.
So we have a motion and support. Any discussion here? Okay, hearing none. Those in support.
I've had my hand up.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bridget.
I just have a concern because Letitia works under legal and this will be run under Ryan. So I think it's kind of a conflict of interest. Just my opinion.
So we have Letitia here in the back. If anyone has any questions for her, they can just straight up ask her. Aaron?
I don't have a question. I know the position that she's in has nothing to do with elections. And so it's not a conflict. Not in any policy or procedure, anywhere. So, thanks.
So for the board's information, Letitia was the chair of the Child Welfare Committee for a lot of years. That's one of the toughest committees that we have. It deals with a lot of confidential information, which is obviously applicable to this commission as well, because there's confidential information that has to be protected. You know, from being the chair of that commission, or that Child Welfare Committee, I can attest that, you know, she obviously has thick skin and she's able to work with complex matters, so fully supportive as well. Anyone else? All right, all those in support signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining?
Wait, who was that?
Who opposed? I can't hear. Who opposed?
Bridget.
Bridget, okay. All right, those abstaining?
I'm abstaining, Lana.
Okay, motion carries. Letitia, welcome aboard. We appreciate you applying and happy that you're on board. So we have board concerns. Pass them over if you have them. I have one from Rob. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, in our one of our previous meetings, it was motioned to refer the separation of powers amendment that I presented to workshops in October and November. We missed the boat in October, so we must do it in November. And I just want to bring that forward and let the board have a discussion about what our schedule looks like and what is going to work best for the membership to fully engage with that discussion.
How about this? How about Lana gets with the staff, she finds out what their availability is tomorrow. She can send some potential dates, and then the board can just respond to which ones work best for them. And the majority date, that's what we choose. Yep. That work for you?
That works for me.
Does it work for you, Rob?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Tyler?
Can we make sure the membership is properly notified through all of our platforms available?
Yep, they'll be noticed.
I would not, I would recommend dates at least 2 weeks out, is what, basically what you're saying. At least 2 weeks, that way you can go to
Yeah.
the website, Facebook.
I just, if we're going to do this and open it to membership, we need to have proper notification to membership so we can be sincere about it and make sure that we're actually allowing them to participate in any way that they're allowed to.
They will be noticed. Yep. So we're going to have a lot of membership input during those workshops, so we want members here, so you guys will be notified.
And can we get the draft posted to our website and social media pages? That way, I think members should all have the opportunity to review the draft, and I don't have everyone where I posted it, so I think putting it out to the full membership is the best bet forward.
Rob, I can't remember exactly what day it was last week, but I did send that to Jennifer Dale Burton and Sherry at the Communications Department and asked them to put it on our website. And if possible, post it on Facebook too, but I don't know if they did. I have not looked at the website yet, but I did ask them to post it last week.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you can follow up.
Yep.
All right, with that concludes all the items that we have here. So is there any objections to the meeting adjourning? Here, no objections, meeting adjourning. Go out and vote if you haven't. Thank you, everyone.